Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good freezing morning. Good freezing morning for all my Texas people. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. If you are in Texas, it's cold. Uh-huh. I started doing this little detox thing. It's cold, y'all. It's cold. I haven't unpacked, so it's okay. I'm about to unpack as I get ready with you guys. I get to teach about values today at 9. Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Good morning, beautiful. How was your night? Mine was wonderful with you on my mind, and I opened my eyes to see your sweet face. Good morning, beautiful. I don't know the words. Good morning. Y'all, it's Monday. We should all be excited about it being Monday. I freaking love Mondays, y'all. I love me some Mondays. I do. I love me some Mondays. How is everyone? Okay, listen. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, you guys hop on. It is freezing in Texas. It's 20 degrees. So you guys hop on. UNT delayed, so I get to catch you live. Hi, Phyllis. Phyllis, I need to know how much Rise that you want because I'm about to place a bulk order. Cheers. Oh, y'all, look. Brian always lays out my coffee cups, and I thought this one was appropriate this morning. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me... Nikki, it's negative 40? Whoa. That's cold. Like, do you even function? How do you even do that? I mean, it's 20 and I'm thinking it's going to be freezing. I have to tell you guys something funny though. Hold on. Wait. Don't let me forget to tell you something funny, okay? Don't let me forget to tell you something funny. Hold on. Good morning. Okay, you guys tag all of your sisters in the comments because you can see that Facebook's not alerting people. And so we're just going to be smarter. Okay. Let me go all the way back. Good morning, Jody. Hello, Miss Heather. Heather, I forgot to ask you, are you back in California? Hi, Michelle. Hi. Hello, Andrea. Andrea, I'm not done with you. I don't think you answered all my questions last night. I had a whole download for you, Andrea. Hey, Katie girl. Hello, Wendy. Oh, thank you, Jody, for tagging your girls. Oh, I love Sherry Myers. Where's Sherry Myers? Hello, Jen Augustus. Nikki's on all the mornings. Nikki's on always the mornings. I cannot believe, though, it's negative 40. That's it. I don't even know what you do. Like, how do you even function through the day? I have to tell you guys something. Hi, Trina. Hello, Tanya. Hi, Karina. Wow, letting the dogs out. Well, hello, Amy. Oh, look at Amy, newbie from Alabama. Everybody say hi, Amy. Oh, hi, Amy. Amy, how did you find us? Tell us. How did you find us? Okay, good. Heather's home. Okay, cool. I have to tell you guys a funny story. So we were watching the weather, and here in Texas, it's literally going to be freezing for the next 3 days. I mean, not Nikki freezing, but Texas freezing, which in the 20s in Texas, that's huge. But this cold is why I want to RV to the south in the winter. I could see that. Aw, hi, Amy. See, you just met all your new friends. Okay, so I said to Brian, we were on our way back to the lake after being in town all weekend. And I said, oh my God, babe, it's going to be in the 20s. And it's supposed to start snowing this afternoon, which is so exciting. And then it's going to last like today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And I said, babe, hi, Lacey. Oh, Lacey, I love seeing your name. And I said, I really hope that we get stuck at Moss Lake for 3 days. And if you guys know my husband, I'm like all excited listening to my music, and it's going to be so nice and it's going to be so freezing. And Brian goes, babe, we're stuck at the lake all day, all week. I said, oh, yeah, true. If you know Brian, y'all, that's funny. Oh, Amy said, I'm not sure. You popped up and it caught my attention. Imagine that, Amy. Was I singing? Was I preaching? Was I yelling? Was I crying? What was I doing, Amy, that caught your attention? Sometimes I sing. Was I showing you the lake? What was I doing? What was I doing? I'm so glad you're here, Amy. I hope you see all your friends. Hi, Julie Jones. Thank you, Jen. I just did all my nails last night. All my nails. Look at y'all. Look how long my nails are getting. Look how long my nails are getting. I feel like my face is completely changing. Okay, Phyllis, Brian already took the Tahoe all the way to the top this morning. I'm a girl. I don't think of those things. But he took the Tahoe all the way to the top because of ice. Isn't that crazy? Hi. Thanks, Risha. I wanted to go pink. My color this year is pink. My underline's always Kelly green. I don't know what I got going on there, but it's pink. And then I want it to go gold. And look, Nikki, you'll think this is hilarious. So I want it to go gold. So you guys can see my gold glitter there. And then I wasn't paying attention because I was watching the game, and I put gold on my thumb. So now both of my thumbs have to have gold. I thought, whatever. But you guys, so Brian, you guys know my husband's like the serial entrepreneur, right? Like the serial entrepreneur. And so our goal is to have 21 streams of income. 21. That's a whole nother lesson. We sat through this whole lesson on streams of income and wealth and whatever. So all that to say, he found these stem cell patches that are a little bit insanely amazing. By the way, you put it either behind your neck or on your belly. Well, I didn't know stem cell shots were like 35,000. And so these little patches though are phenomenal. So that's one of his new 21 streams of income business. And so he said, hey, babe, I'm going to open up the country with these stem cell patches. Do you want to wear one? Well, together we opened up the country for CBD. And so I remember how many people helped us open up the country, right? So he said, this is what I'm going to do. As you're building your community and as you're teaching and as you're training, this is what I'm doing. I said, yay, please go do it. And so I put on the patches for him. Obviously, I support my husband in anything that he does. And y'all, look at my nails. Look, can you guys see how much they're growing? Look at my nails. They're growing all this baby hair. Look at all this baby hair. Do you see all this baby hair? And I really think my whole skin has changed. It has been so fantastic. So anyway, back to the nails. I actually have come to be obsessed with this time of my week. I really have. Like, it's my Sunday fun day. It's my Sunday I get to pick the colors. And so I picked this one. I don't remember is the color. I don't remember. Risha, there's a million of them. I'm learning. Brian's the master already. Brian's the master. Text me and I'll connect you with Brian, because Brian is literally, I don't know if you guys remember, but we literally took CBD and we literally studied it so deeply and we opened up this country. I don't know if you guys realize that. I think some of you guys do. And so it was such an incredible journey. And then this particular stem cell thing has an 18-year, what's it called? Patent or something. So text me and I'll connect you with Brian. But one of the things is your hair grows, your nails grow. It's actually not just anti-aging, but it's reverse aging. It's really, really cool. But I don't know. Brian's doing it and I'm wearing it. Because if it's going to make me feel young and amazing and unstoppable, then I'm in. So, yeah. Okay. So if you guys want my links for the nails, let me know. I'll send it to you guys. Y'all, it's so easy. Okay, so today, it's almost the end of January. What is today? Today's the 30th. Is today the last day of January? Is today the last day of January, you guys? Or do we have one more day? Do you guys know? Katie, you do have to do it. Yes, Andrea. You have to call them because of your surgery. And again, I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that if Brian Page, it's one thing for me to get excited, like nails, but I'm telling you, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's the last day. For Brian Page to sell out, it's got to be a big deal. I will tell you that. And it's really cool to watch all these husbands start coming out of the surface. We've always said, Katie and I have always said, which Katie, you know what I'm talking about. Katie and I have always said, because people have always said, oh my God, if my husband would just be able to be around Brian, right? So it's pretty cool to watch all these men. He's building this huge team of men. I mean, there are women, of course, but he's the leader. Y'all, my husband's pretty legit. But it's cool to see all these husbands are like, yes, I want to lock arms with you. So, pretty fantastic. Okay. So so tomorrow's the last day of January. But what I want to talk to you guys about right now, I want to talk to you guys about January. And we didn't get our Q&A in yet last Thursday. We didn't get our Q&A. And so I want today to be a Q&A. And I want to tell you guys how much January was literally, I felt like the whole year. Literally. I literally felt like January, we lived a whole entire year. Yeah. Yeah, Trina, you need to have Mike call Brian. For real. Y'all, it's so cute to watch him be on these calls with men all day. Like, what? Brian's a pretty incredible leader, you guys. I'm just saying. But we feel like we have lived. So January, in my community, I taught about manifesting. I taught about authoring and scripting. I taught about meditating. No, I didn't teach about meditating. I taught about manifesting. I taught about vision. I taught about all the things, okay? And I got to tell you guys, we saw so many miracles come out of January. And I feel like we've already lived a whole entire year. Some of you guys, I think you were talking about you and your husband going to do some sort of counseling, and it caught my attention. Oh, it caught your attention. Oh, because we go to marriage coaching. Is that what you're talking about, maybe? Yeah, we go to marriage coaching. Now, we've taught marriage conferences here at our lake house, little marriage retreats, which were amazing. Some of you guys on here were there. I don't remember how many couples. We only had a certain amount of couples because it was here at our lake house. But we love marriage coaching. I don't think that any of us should go through marriage without, I don't think any of us should go through life without coaching. Let's just be honest. Like the fact that people think they can go through life without coaching is unreal to me. It's just unreal to me. So this whole month of January, I coached women on their vision. I coached women on, which I think I'm going to do a whole TikTok series on manifesting. Some of the religious people have come out of the woodworks, and I get it. I get it. Let me just tell you guys that. It's like we're seeing in this country a clash in religion. It's not Christianity. I just want you guys to know that. It's actually the spirit of religion. And Christianity and science, which there's room for that. I'm just telling you, it can be weird. It can be weird. But I ain't weird. I'm not weird. Let me tell you, I love the Lord. Sometimes I used to say I love the Lord more than you do, but I was just kidding, and that's just rude, so I don't say that anymore. But there's just clash, you guys. But listen, I have taken Christian women this month of January, and I have said, hold on, let me just teach you some foundational principles about God. Let me just teach you a couple of things about the God that I serve. The God, the creator, who made heaven and earth, who made me in his image. Let me just teach you some things. Okay? So anyway, we've had some really, really good testimonies. Really, 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 really good testimonies. So if you guys are in my community and you have an incredible testimony, join the video or put it in the comments, whichever one you fancy. I want to hear from you guys. We've had some pretty crazy, like even down to one of our girls. She literally, I was teaching them how whatever you see and whatever you want, write it down. The Bible talks about Habakkuk. The Bible talks about write it down. That's not new. That's not science. That's not Eastern. That's not Western. That's not Northern. And that ain't Southern. The Bible talks about write it down, right? And so I taught these girls, if there's nothing else I could teach you, is write it down. Okay. So she had a vision of a bonus that she was going to get. And again, if you're on here and you have a testimony of January, please put it in the comments or request to join this video. I want everyone to hear from you. And so she had this vision of this bonus that she was going to get at work. And so I said, write it down, write it down, write it down. Habakkuk says, write it down. And the difference in Christianity and religion, Christianity believes the Bible, number one. And you write it down, plain and clear, on the tablet, and do not tarry. Religion says you think you're God. No. WTF. Like, who thinks they're God? I'm talking to Christians. I'm not talking to Eastern people, y'all, who don't worship God. Come on. And you write it down because the Bible says, and then the Bible says, meditate on the word day and night. And then the Bible says, what more could I do for you than you could ever do for your own children? And then the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. And then the Bible says, whatever's right, whatever's true, whatever's noble, whatever's trustworthy, think of these things. And then the Bible says, come on, people. So you write it down and you believe it, believe it, believe it. And you get up off your knees after you're asking God, like he said, ask. And you believe it. See, here's the difference. Here's where religion likes to kick in, is the confusion between the knees and the manifestation. See, because what we like to do as Christians is we like to get on our knees and we like to believe and believe and believe and believe just until we're on our knees. And then we believe and we believe and then we get up off our knees and then we're broke and then we're stressed and then we're anxious and then we're controlling and then we... And it's what happens after we get up off our knees to the manifestation part. Like my friend, Steve Harvey, I think you should tell them about the heart board you had at 2020. I'm going to talk about that at the Vision Workshop. Trina, I'm going to talk about that at the Vision Workshop. Which, by the way, pause. I'm going to invite all of you guys. Who's coming to the Vision Workshop on Saturday? $5? $5? $5 more? $5. Who's coming to the Vision Workshop on Saturday? If you need a link, find one of my life coaches or text me 940-242-5443, $5. I cannot promise you that I'm not going to be over passionate. This vision board class is going to be like no other vision board class I've ever taught ever, because I'm not the same Robbie today than I even was in November. And so if you think you've been a part of my trainings and you think you've heard me train on some things, you asleep, sis. Because I haven't even been a part of some of my trainings. I haven't even been a part of some of my trainings, y'all. The vast knowledge that I have sought out in the last 30 days is unreal. So, it's Saturday morning, and yes, it will be recorded. So, but $5, I'm teaching on the vision board. So, Katrina, I'm going to teach on the heart board. Oh my God, I'm going to teach on a bunch of things. I'm going to teach on the heart board. I'm going to teach on the reality of your vision. I'm going to teach on why your vision board doesn't come true. I just learned that. Katie, text your needs to why your dream board hasn't come true, why things aren't manifesting for you, why the spirit of religion is getting in your way, why you are in your way. I'm going to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, this is God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. This is God. Most of you guys, I can't even tell you. You don't even know. You don't even know. I've learned so much, you guys, in the last 30 days. You don't even know. You don't even know. Anyway. So, okay, what was I even saying? What was I saying? Vision board. Yeah, just text. So $5. So that'll be Saturday. Oh, I was talking about January, you guys. So never before have I really taught about Miracle Mornings. And I taught that in January. In my community. And you guys, I literally saw dream after dream come true of these girls. Again, is there anybody on here that wants to share? Where's my girls that had miracles come true? Where's my girls that had miracles come true in January alone? Where you be? Where you be? Oh, maybe they're putting it in the comments. Okay. You guys, so she wrote down this bonus. Y'all didn't think I was going to remember to come back, did you? I know how to spider web. So she wrote down the vision she had for the bonus that she wanted this month. She wrote it down. She followed every step. I taught 4 steps in January. Today at 9, I'm teaching about values. And a lot of times what we want doesn't align with our values. And so God's like, whoa, sis, whoa, that's only going to cause you to stumble. I ain't doing that for you. I'm not bringing you money because you want to go gamble. No. I'm not bringing you money because you want to leave your husband for that other guy. I ain't doing that. Okay, that's a whole nother rise and shine. So anyway, when your vision aligns with your values, I'm going to touch on that Saturday. Y'all, I'm really going to try for Saturday not to be a 9-hour course. I really promise I'm going to try. If you get 9 hours for $5, Katie, you need to cut me off, okay? Okay. So anyway, she wrote down what she wanted to the penny. And I taught the Miracle Mornings. I taught how to stay within the boundaries of God, right? I taught how to really, truly pray and stay in the prayer when you get up. Do y'all understand what I'm saying when I say that? Do you guys really hear what I'm saying? The reason I say stay in the prayer when you get up is because, again, most women go to Bible study and we sound so broken. Most women go to Bible study or they get up after they leave their war room and they sound like they just got killed. A lot of women literally don't sound the same way your prayers just led. So confusing. So if we're confused by your message, do you think God's confused by your message? I mean, come on, you guys. So anyway, I said, do not waver on the number God showed you. Ask God to show you a number. Do not waver. And so she did. And she wrote it down, didn't waver, didn't ask for anybody's permission. That's lesson 101. And guess what happened? Who wants to finish my sentence? Guess what happened, girls? Anybody want to guess what happened? Oh, there's Karina. Hang on. Let's see. Where's Karina, girl? Let's see. I bet Karina's got herself a little story. We're waiting for Karina. Guess what happened? While we're waiting for Karina, guess what happened? Oh, yeah. You, Phyllis, and your story with your son. That was pretty fantastic because that had everything to do with a human. That was huge. But watching God know so clearly about what you want, that's huge. It shows, Karina, that you're adding. I don't know what. It's just adding. I don't know why. Let's see if it just connects you. Yep, she got the bonus. She got the bonus. She sure did. Every last penny that she wrote down, she got the bonus. Y'all, even for my elite coaching program that I have, I had a lot of ladies that said to me, I really want to do the elite coaching program, but I don't know where I would come up with the money, right, to join the elite coaching program. And I said, oh, I do. Ask me if you want to know. Well, some people don't want to know. They just like being broke. Other people were like, show me, tell me. And I said, you got to take ownership. God will literally provide. If it's going to advance you and it's going to increase you and it's going to make you better, God's on your side, y'all. He's in your corner. Every single one of these ladies that came to the call and said they got booked a connect call and they said to me, okay, tell me how to believe so that I can manifest that, so that I can watch God perform miracles around me. And so I did. Karina, maybe try again. I don't know why it's not connecting you. So I said, watch what happens. Every single one of those ladies that believed with zero doubt, and didn't get up from their belief and say, I'm just so broke and I just don't know and I'm so stressed out because I can't afford it, which is a jail cell. I can't afford it, jail cell. I can't afford it, jail cell. Every single one of them manifested the money to be part of the coaching program. I'm here to tell you in 2023, I will defend God till my very last breath. I will defend the fact that most of us think, well, if God wanted me to have it, girl, he stays so confused by you, he don't know what you want. He don't know what you want half the time. Because you sound like you want something, and then you get up from the table and you sound something different. Y'all, and I'm telling you, I even stay so convicted myself. I mean, if there's anything I've learned in the last 60 days, is that. Robbie, do you sound the same after you pray as you do when you pray? Robbie, does your mouth sound the same when you're stressed as it does when you're praying? Robbie, do you sound the same when your friends start venting? Or do you sound like your friends who are venting? Because we're collaborators. We collaborate. So, anyway. Okay. So, you guys can read the testimonies in these comments. I literally was trying to add Karina. What the heck? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. I really want you guys to hear from Karina. I want you to hear from Karina. I want to say this to you guys too. I want you to remember this has been a year. Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Nikki, you are full of miracles. I'm here to tell you. Yo, this has been the year that I'm begging people to think for themselves. This is a year where the Me Too's get exposed. Yeah, me too. I think that way. Yeah, me too, me too, me too, me too. Oh, you think like, I think like. I'm going to share this like video. Oh, you sell that, I sell that. Me too, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too. And this is a different year, y'all. Karina, my love, I don't know why it's not adding you. Shoot. Okay, Karina, do you promise me we'll try tomorrow? This is a different year, y'all, I'm telling you. And I'm just after all the miracles. Brian and I were having a long conversation until midnight last night about some very huge things we're asking God for. Like, huge. Oh my God. Can I tell you guys a manifestation story? Maybe I've been on here too long. I'll tell you guys tomorrow. You guys remind me tomorrow to tell you of a manifestation, something very simple. I think you guys think that you have to manifest like financial freedom. Karina, let's try tomorrow, my love. I don't know why it's not, you're just sitting in the adding zone. Will you guys remind me to tell you my little manifesting story for Robbie? I have to tell you guys, it's so good. So, okay. All right. Remind me to tell you tomorrow. Will you guys remind me? Remind me to tell you guys tomorrow, okay? I really want to share these things with you. And I don't share these with you guys so that you guys are like, oh, good for you, Robbie. No, heck no. I don't need you to cheer for me. I need you to join me in serving a God of miracles. Do you guys remember the God of Wonders song? I just thought about that song. I don't even know how it goes. You guys, I serve a God of wonders. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. If the mountains bow in reverence, so will I. Okay. Isn't that funny how we get real? Oh, gosh. Do you guys do that? All right. That's it. I'm going to let you guys go. I don't even know if today made any sense. I know it was good. I will tell you guys, I pray that you have a year of testimonies. I really, truly do. I really pray that you have a year of testimony. I really pray that you will believe in your own God, not in the God that you've been taught of, not in the God that, like, you actually take God to dinner and have a conversation with him. I really pray that this year you will sit and you will figure out how, okay, Andrea, I'm going to have you go live tomorrow as well. I don't know why my phone's doing that. Maybe tomorrow I'll just add you guys. Maybe I can do that. Let me see if I can figure that out. I really pray that you guys will 100% have your own relationship with God. That's what I've done in the last 2 years. I need to go to the drawing table. I got to figure out who this God is. I got to figure out, why is there so much pain in this country? Why is mental health through the roof? Why is mental health through the roof? Why are Christians getting a divorce? Why are Christians addicted to porn? Why are Christians alcoholics? Why? Why? That's where I've been. I want to know what is going on. And so I've gone on a journey, a big journey, and I'm still on it. I'm still in university. Like, the amount of studying that I've been doing is pretty much off the charts. Because I believe if you're not growing, you're dying. And I was dying. I felt like I was dying. My whole life was dying. My dreams were dying. My dignity was dying. My goals were dying. My everything was dying. And I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't mean physically. I don't want to die physically either. I don't want to die. So, okay, that's it. I'm going. Goodbye. I got to teach at 9. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll have some guests. Let's do that. Let's have some guests. If you need the link to register for the $5 my little $5 workshop, then text me 940-242-5443. If you have any questions, please text me. If you want to know anything, text me. Anything at all. If you want to join our self-love challenge in February, text me. What else? If you want to be my bestie, text me. Just how we roll. We're going on a vacay together. You want to go? Let's go. We're all going to Savannah. I could just sit here because it's cold outside and we could just have friends. We could be friends and just talk. So if you don't know anything about me, you guys go look at my beautiful family portrait that I posted, I think on Friday, of my beautiful family. That's who we are. And you can go read a little bit about us and know us. But if there's anything I do for you this year, I want to introduce you to the God that I serve. The God that I just met at 50 years old. I want to introduce you to him. He's pretty cool. He takes a pretty bad rap. And he gets blamed for everything. And I want to introduce you to him because he's pretty fantastic. All right, you guys. See you tomorrow. Oh, let's ask questions tomorrow. We didn't even get to questions. Okay. Thank you, Trisha. Thanks. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.